I've never played an open world game before that discourages exploration more than Mass Effect Andromeda does, and it really saddens me because if there's something I like in my space operas and my space exploration, New Frontier games, it's looking at new worlds and new planets and trying to find all this cool stuff. Hell, okay, I don't even actually mind like scanning planets and stuff. I think that it's not the best mechanic, but hey, it's extra things I can do. The problem is, in Mass Effect Andromeda, doing those extra things takes roughly 35 to 40% longer than it should, and it's for no good reason that we can really see. And I'm not the first person to bring this up, but it's something that I've been noticing more and more as I get further into the game, because the problem with it is that anytime you want to go from one planet to another, or one system to another, it has to go through several transition animations to get there. You might think, oh, well, who cares? It's just a few extra seconds. Throughout the entire course of the game, it adds up and it just becomes a big annoyance because there's no reason to have it. I think that some might believe that it's because they're loading things or they're loading new areas or something like that, but the majority of these transitions, they don't happen when you're trying to load into the Nexus or onto a planet. They're just taking you through the pretty little space area that they've created. And granted, it looks really pretty, and I like seeing it, it's visually stunning, but after the first or second time, you don't care anymore. Okay, let's take an example here. So, if we want to go from one planet to another, and it's in the same system, in a regular game, what would happen is it would zoom out to the full overview of the system, and then you'd click on the planet, and it would zoom into the planet, or it would do, say, a 2 to 3 second cutscene transition of your ship going from one system to another. What Mass Effect Andromeda does instead is it zooms out, then zooms partially in, and then starts zooming slowly, faster, slightly faster, until it gets into, I guess it's like a warp mode, goes all the way over to the planet, then zooms into the planet, gets stuck for a sec, then zooms out on the planet, and then you can actually do things. It makes everything take way longer than it should, and there's no reason to have that in there at all. And like I said, granted it looks pretty, but it makes going to different planets and scanning them really tedious, and they weren't all that engaging in the first place. But it's gotten to the point that if I have to go from a planet like Eos, like the first major planet you go to in the game, and then I have to go report a mission on the Nexus or something, I don't want to do it because it takes so long to go from Eos onto your ship, and then go to the galaxy map, and then go all the way over to the Nexus, then load into the Nexus, and then go and find the person there, and in between all that, there's those transitions. Like, they happen with everything you do whenever you're navigating at all in the game. And what it comes down to is its sloppy design choice. It doesn't feel like this should have been a thing that got through alpha or beta testing, because you should recognize that, you know, the player's time is very valuable, and if you're going to take extra time to show you the same transition that we've seen in the past so many times already, you might want to, like, make it shorter, or take it out entirely, or do something else that doesn't take forever and doesn't waste the precious time I have to play video games. Now there's someone in the comments saying, well, they're not making the game to please you, and it's like, yeah, they are. That's what video games are supposed to do. You can make your artistic vision, make it super fun and all that stuff, but you need to also make a game that's enjoyable and not tedious for the players, because, you know, that's how you get good reviews, that's how you get more people to buy your product, and that's how you make a good video game. So how do they fix it? Well, I already talked about it a little bit, but the best way to do it is to cut down on things like cutscenes and transition periods, and just make everything shorter. You don't need to take it all out of the game, but there are certain times when you're, say, leaving a planet, that it drags on the cutscene and the Tempest flying through space for a good 4 to 5 seconds longer than it needs to, and if it does that for every different scene change, it really adds up when you're trying to play the game, and it makes it really discouraging to even go to new planets. Like, I did absolutely everything on Eos before I even wanted to go over to the second planet, and then the same thing on that planet too. Like, I don't want to leave these environments because I don't want to take all the time going in between everything, because it takes forever. At least with the planet I'm already on, I get to experience things consistently and not have to wait through all that stuff. The fast traveling is fine, doesn't take that long, so I don't see why they can't apply similar times to going between systems. Because again, they're not loading the different worlds because you're not even loading into the worlds yet. They're just taking you to the worlds, which look really pretty. And that's cool, that's fine, but, you know, let us skip them or something. Put the little spacebar prompt so we can skip them. Perfect solution for you there. Awesome, I would love that, seriously. Anyways, that's something that really bothers me in Mass Effect Andromeda right now. And there is good things too, so don't worry about that. I'm gonna be making kind of a video series covering different good and bad things about the game as I play through it more. I'm about, I think, 22 hours in now. I haven't been able to play it, like, religiously, so, you know, it's all coming, and my opinions are getting more and more opinionated. I'm forming more of them, and I'm discovering new things, so we'll be talking about different stuff with the game, good and bad, as we go. So I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you did, feel free to subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you want to support my channel, two ways you can do that. If you're watching on VidMe, throw a $1 tip, and if you don't want to support on VidMe and you'd rather do Patreon, $1 over there, super awesome as well. I'd really appreciate it. I am PattyJack, and the Mass Effect Andromeda coverage. Oh baby, it's just beginning. I'll have other stuff in between it, don't worry. It's not going to be like 100% Mass Effect Andromeda. I made another different video about a game earlier today, so you're good. I'll see you next time. Have a wonderful day.